Greetings, 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 everyone. How are you? Happy Saturday. How's the weather where you are? Is it nice and warm? It should be. How are you spending your Juneteenth? How are you going to spend your weekend for Father's Day? It's just so much going on. So much going on. But it has been a pretty good week for me. Um, I always mention that I have goals for myself, and sometimes I feel some kind of way when I don't reach them. And there's a few I didn't reach, and that was because I didn't feel too well. But, it's called life, and I accept that. It's not a failure. It's just that you didn't reach some of the goals that you set. And that's okay. There's always next time. Depends on what it is, but there's always next time. Um, what else I got? Okay, so we have the donation. So let's make sheets sing, everyone. Thanks, Zero, for supporting the channel. All right now. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate it. Let me look at the chat room because I didn't get a chance to look. It seemed like everything happened right at the same time. I had a phone call and I looked. I'm like, oh, Lord, I got to return the call just to say I got it, if nothing else. But yes, I hope things are going well for you, Zero. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. You didn't adjust your schedule so you can catch a live. What you say? All right, gone with your bad self. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely. Let's see. I had two things I wanted to mention. I'm not going to tease Dun Teasy. Um, I'll tease him next week. Yeah, I'll get to him next week. I got to watch out for him because he's, I don't know what's going on with that wrench. Man, I need you to be on point. What's going on? But I know technology. I understand. Accidents happen. That is what it is. Now let's see what I was going to mention. Two things I was going to mention. Amazon. I keep talking about that. That's because I'm excited. You just don't understand. Prime time, prime day. That's excitement. The 21st and the 22nd. Be looking for stuff that you need. And always prepare for it. This is new to me. I know they used to have it just once a year in November. I used to be ready. I'd be on point, but I guess with COVID and everything, more people are at home, and so they're doing it twice a year. So it's almost like Bath and Body Works, which I was going to mention. Bath and Body Works. They had a survey, and I participated in the survey. And with this survey, they were asking some different questions about the products and all of that. Well, for their products, you spend $100 and then you will earn a gift up to, I think the value was $15.50, which means the most expensive product you can get in the store would have been a body spray. That was it. Even though they had the cream, and I think the cream was like $16.50 or $18.50. And of course, that's what you want, but you just couldn't get it. Not for free anyway. But anyway, in this survey, they asked about the amount of purchase for your free item. And I think so many people voted that it should be lowered that they actually did so. So you don't have to purchase $100. You now just purchase $75. And then you would earn your free gift, your free product. So that's really cool because maybe 2 times shopping, you earn that product. And that's fair because they also give you a product when it comes down to your birthday. But anyway, my experience I wanted to share with you is customer service. We already know that mostly everything nowadays is customer service based, and that can get you to sell something, and it can get people to walk away. Well, I had 2 instances Last week I called in because I didn't have the proper points on my account with my last purchase with Bath and Body Works. So the phone call, it was so bad. Oh my goodness, it was horrible. And it was like the operator was in a sewer and I was at street level with full traffic. So just imagine, we barely could hear each other. So it was horrible. But we made it through, and I heard her say that it was going to be corrected, give it 3 to 7 days, no, 3 to 5 days, and it would be corrected. So I checked Friday. Was it corrected? No. So when I called back yesterday, I had someone to help me out. She apologized and she said, "Let me fix this for you." And she fixed it on the phone. So I'm wondering, well, why the other operator couldn't fix it? That's what I want to know. So not only did the lady fix it, she apologized a couple more times and said, "I'm going to give you a free product." I'm like, wow. And then she told me to log up my account, log back in, and you should see the free product. So on the phone call, within 3 minutes, I was able to see the free product. Why was the previous operator not able to assist me? Very questionable. So we go on, and she says she's going to make a report because there's something going on as far as the calculations of your points so you can get your free products. I thanked her for that, and she asked me, was there anything else? I said, yes. While you put it in your report, would you add one more thing? I received an email offer, and it expired 6 a.m. Friday, so I can't use it now. And it was for free shipping with $50 or more. And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry about that." She said, "Well, I'll be able to assist you. Um, how about that? I'll get you that free shipping and I'll take 20% off." And I'm like, "What? Excuse me? Oh, wow. So 20% off of 50, that's $10 off. So you mean actually all I have to do is spend $40, still get free shipping. Well, I get, it's $50 worth of product, but I'm only paying 40." And I'm like, wow. So she was patient. We talked about a little bit, and I'm like, darn. And that lady put everything through. She made sure that I seen everything, gave me confirmation number, and that was the difference of me actually placing the order. Because I had decided I was gonna go into the store. I'm like, "Forget this. This isn't worth it. I can just go ahead and, take public transportation and go." But customer service is important. Do the best you can, for a couple of reasons. One, you sell more products and get more satisfaction, which means probably a better raise or whatever, how you get paid. And then 2, it's too many crazies out there. They'll attack you if not. All right. So with that being said, just wanted to give you a little bit of that. You know what to do. We're going to bring on the Jamaican, the Canadian Jamaican. So raise your hands up in the air, everyone. Raise them like you just don't care. Here she comes.
Stay down there, girl. Stay down there.
Classic Ruby, everybody. Classic Ruby.
Why, hello, and lovely Saturday, young ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here for me. For me! I mean, for Char's show. For Char's, of course. I'm just here to support you. How you doing today, Char?
I am well. How are you?
You know, I am doing not too shabby. I mean, I just spent the last 2-3 hours letting these people upstairs drill into their floor, which is like the equivalent of drilling into your head because it's so loud. But they stopped just in time for the stream. So, see, it's going to be a good stream. It was meant to happen. That's what it
All
is.
right. Okay.
I'm very encouraged now, right? Very encouraged, y'all. It's going to be a great day. I hope y'all are pumped. Aren't I
Okay.
always?
Yeah. Saturday, that's when people, they're home, they get a chance to bump and kids are home and all that. So I don't really worry about it. Maybe if I was selling something, a big company, hey, that's different. But when it's article reaction, hey, I think it's cool.
Exactly. I concur. I concur. Not conquer. It's a Simpsons joke. It's a Simpsons joke. Listen, okay, maybe I'm aging myself, but it's like Simpsons like 20 years ago. You were
It's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Each day we're going to get older. I promise you. It's not one day you're going to wake up a day younger.
It's so unfair. So unfair. Where did these fine lines come from? Someone got wisdom. God. So embarrassing. Oh.
And I'll go ahead and announce this. By popular demand, there will be a part 2 of the show that was we did yesterday. It will be a part 2, a continuation, because there are some things that I really wanted to point out, and I know I'm really gonna get teased now with Don teasing, because there's some stuff I'm gonna point out, and he's gonna catch it, and he's gonna be, oh boy, there she go. But that's okay. I am who I am. So I don't never have an issue with that. That's one thing. I stand on my disrespect. I am who I am. I'm okay with that. And not only that, there's, how people always say they're not going to sell out. Well, I will. If there's a pension involved, I'm selling out. I promise you. You're going to like, no, that's Char. She on the news. She doing that. Yep. If a pension was involved, it was me. I did it. I'm guilty.
Right?
But that's probably the only thing I'll, at least I'm honest about it. I think that's the only thing I will sell out about with a pension. That's about it. Everything else.
We all know. We all know. You don't have to. We all know. Char pension. All right, we know. No, you know what? Like Bomb Cherry said it yesterday. She's like, you talk about your life a lot. So I've heard a lot about your life. I'm like, yeah, I do. 100%, right? Like we like I just put it out there. I am who I am. I've gone through what I've gone through. I believe what I believe, and it is what it is, right? I was thinking of coming up with this tagline, right? Because there's this woman who does great videos, and her name is the Madam Was Well, and her tagline sort of is, "I said what I said, I meant what I said, and I'll say it again," right? So I want to be cool like that too. So I'm trying to find something. So I was like, okay, I know what I said. I was there when I said it, and I stand on my disrespect, right? That's my tagline. So I love that you said that. So I'm like, that's mine too. I stand on my disrespect. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. I'm not, I'm sure there's something I'm embarrassed about, but so far I haven't found much. I'm really nothing. I'm okay with it. Whatever my flaws are, it is what it is. That's me. Now what? Are you going to help me? Can you help me improve? Are you going to pay into it? Probably not. So there you go. That's why I don't care.
Right. Exactly. Right. What are you doing for me in my life directly? What does your opinion impact about my life directly?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Well, we have a donation, and you know what we do, and I really don't get support on Saturday, so I'm really happy. This is times 2, everybody. So we got to make she sing. So here we go, everybody. Thank you so much, Eric Bird. Thank you. Rashid, he is popular. I'm telling
you. he's awesome. Gotta love it.
You need to be around to hear this.
We got you, man. We got you.
Okay. So what we have today, I got a couple of things. And as far as my Karen, she's a Karen, but she's not really doing anything. Well, you'll see. She's a Karen, but not really Karen. But I'll put her in that category. I wanted to show this. So, hey, it is what it is.
Don't worry, I got a Karen or three to choose from. So, we'll see where the show flows to, what feels natural. But trust me, I got lots because Karen always got time, always, to show out, right? So it's going to be a segment, always.
Okay. So what I'm going to share with you first is something, I don't know, it appalled me. I can't wrap my mind around it. I'm still trying to. I'm working on it. I just haven't been able to, but it's this happening in Illinois, and there's fraud when it comes down to the unemployment. Now I know there's going to be, some fraud and some different things, but 450 million attempts in 1 week, in 7 days? Wow. Are you kidding me? So I'm going to play the video here, and then I'll give my take on it. And I may rumble some, but I'm telling you, this is really disturbing. One reason I'm in Illinois, so that is that.
Right.
Here we go, everyone.
WGN investigates the pandemic restrictions may be over, but the scams are not. So far, 1.7 million attempts to file fake unemployment claims have been stopped, but the state doesn't think the thieves are done.
Now, investigative reporter Lourdes Duarte has more on the filing of false unemployment claims impacting tax returns.
As if getting your identity stolen isn't bad enough, now people are dealing with the tax man. One woman says a fake claim is now also stopping her from collecting a nearly $1,000 tax return. It's been 15 months of continued hits for the Illinois Department of Employment Security. We first told you about issues with the call center.
I tried in 5 days. I had 400 attempts to get through on that 800 number in Springfield. Yes, it's true.
Not long after that, cases of identity theft started to pile up. The scheme using the unemployment system to file fake claims to try and collect cash. So far, the head of the Illinois Department of Employment Security says the state has stopped about 1.7 million fake claims. Add to that the millions of times scammers are trying to tap into the computer system.
Just last week, the state of Illinois Computer Network stopped 450 million attempts to access our benefit management systems. 450 million attempts by bad actors that were attempting to get in.
Even if you haven't been the subject of one of these fake unemployment claims, is to do what's necessary, I think, to protect your credit now.
Now comes a story of Andrea Graham. She thought someone's attempt to file a fake claim back in May of 2020 in her name had been solved until she tried to file her taxes.
And I got a letter from the comptroller's office indicating, yeah, you owe the state money, we're not paying you.
How much did you owe the state? Did they tell you?
They said it was a little over 10 grand.
That you owed the state $10,000 because
of the unemployment benefits that were paid to me.
Here's the catch. She never received any unemployment benefits. Without her even knowing it, someone filed a claim in her name. While it all gets sorted out, her tax return is on hold.
$827.
How long have you been waiting for that $827?
Like 6 months-ish.
And the wait goes on. Like a lot of people, she learned about the problem when she received a 1099-G form. It details the unemployment money was paid out. IDES estimates that about 97,000 people have called their offices with questions about that form for lots of different reasons, including unemployment claims they never made.
We will help them. We will clear out that 1099-G. We will submit the appropriate information to the IRS so that is clear.
While the questions roll in, people like Terry Iverson, the owner of a small machine tool distributor, has received mail from IDES about fake claims, not only in his name, but in the names of people who never even worked for him.
Just to give you an idea, we're a small company. We have 13 people, and we have 100 letter claims. This is our correspondence that we've gotten over the course of 4 or 5 months. And you can see just, with the calipers, set of calipers, that it's 2 inches plus thick.
And the story doesn't end there. The Employment Security Agency is now on high alert for what may be an onslaught of more fake unemployment claims. There are at least 25 states that will stop paying claims before the September deadline. Illinois is not one of them, which means the state is once again a target for scammers.
As we have seen in the past, as federal programs have been nearing their expiration date, fraudsters are doing everything they possibly can to get in.
That alert brings us back to people like Andrea Graham, who simply wants her tax return and the headaches of the last year to stop.
Yeah, I had no idea that this was ever going to be a problem.
And the takeaway from all this is to be even more alert than usual, because the next few months will be full of identity theft attempts, even more than usual, especially using the employment system. One piece of encouraging news: the U.S. Department of Labor is giving states added resources to make systems safer. In the meantime, IDES is still trying to figure out how much was paid out in fake claims in Illinois.
Okay. Like I said, this really disturbed me. And I'll tell you why. Well, there's so many different reasons why, but besides me just living in Illinois, but if someone files a claim and you're working, how was it paid out through your state? Because they're supposed to check all of that. They didn't stop checking. That's in place. So how in the heck did that go through? So that's one thing, one question I have. Another question I have is, how is it that they got a 1099-G sent to their house, but nothing else came to their house? No other correspondence. Because when you first file a claim, you get a letter. You get the letter saying that you filed, and they'll contact you. You get a second letter that says, okay, you will receive it, and you need to certify on these days when it comes down to your certification. You have to do that. So I'm confused. I'm like, but wait a minute. Who's keeping up with all of that? That's a lot. You got to create a password. That means if these people, person, have your information, was able to give some place that you worked, because that's the only thing that makes sense to me. It has to be a place that you worked. And if it did, even if it didn't, like in the case where the guy has a small company of 13 people and he got 100 claims, just the fact that you get that means you're like, hey, this person never worked here, so you deny it. So how was it that these claims were paid out? That's the confusing part, because you have a work history. And then I said, okay, let's play devil advocate. Let's say I know enough information where a person worked at, and I just have to screw around with the dates because I don't know. But even then, that may not be that person's last job. And then if they're currently working, it should be denied. That's number one. And let's say that they're not working. Okay, they're not working. More than likely, they're getting benefits for themselves. So I'm scratching my head. I'm like, something is not adding up here. And then back to the mailing part. There's two ways to get paid. You can get it to a bank account, or you can get a prepaid card. Okay, you select a prepaid card. Well, why is that card not going to the address that you live? And I'm like, there's too much going on here. And then I went down this deep hole. I mean, a very deep rabbit hole. In
Uh-oh.
2016, oh yeah, 2016, I had this job assignment because at that time I was going back to the workforce and my mom had just passed. So I had an assignment, and so I ended the unemployment. Okay, fine. So I'm at work, doing my work or whatever, and come home one day. Let's say I worked there for about maybe a month. I get a letter stating that I have to go to the unemployment office to do this certification that everyone has to do. So I called. I'm like, but wait a minute, I'm working. So why would I have to participate in this? And I'm working. I'm not unemployed anymore. Well, everyone has to do it. But why? And I never got that answer on the phone. So I went because they were saying if you don't do it, I don't know if they were going to ask to recoup the money that you already got, which was really crazy. I don't think they said that, but it had to be something. Maybe that you couldn't file the next time or you were found to be non-compliant or something. I don't know. But anyway, I went and there was a lot of disgruntled people there. I mean, that crowd was angry because some people were working, some were not. And they just, I don't know, seemed like they just wanted to be somewhere else. And this particular class was, I think, a minimum of 2 hours. It could have been 3, but I know it was at least 2. And it wasn't that you walked in, signed off, said you were there, did another attendance check, and whatever listen to the what the people had to say, look at some slides, fill out a few documents and leave. It wasn't quite that simple. You had to actually meet with a person after all of that. And I'm like, wait a minute, why do I have to meet with someone? Why do I have to sit down with I'll just call them a counselor. Why do I have to sit down with a counselor? For what reason? Why do I have to update anything? It's already updated. I'm not working here anymore. I mean, I'm not unemployed anymore. I'm working. So what am I updating? What are they talking about? So I sat down with the lady and I waited a little while before I just, uh, went off because that's how I felt. I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, can you explain to me why we're doing this? Oh, they passed it that in the state of Illinois, you have to do this. Okay. And why? This is something that they passed. And it just didn't settle right with me because I was working. If it wasn't the fact that I was working, I would not have had an issue with it. But there's something that just didn't feel right about it. I'm just saying. And it was mandatory for all of those in Illinois. So just think, all those who have had unemployment that particular year, in the year 2016, had to go through this particular class to sit there, listen to whatever they were talking about, do a couple of surveys or whatever, and sit down with this counselor and get them to check off whatever they had to check off. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So when I was listening to this, I'm like, this is the only way I can think that they had got that many people the information, because who is the people that was in charge of that? Because that, again, that made no sense to me. None. So whoever those people that was in charge of that particular thing, that information had to have been sold, leaked, compromised, something happened. I don't know what it is, but something happened. So
for sure.
I'm thinking that is the leak. That is the leak. I really believe that is the leak. Now, I just happen to know someone personally that I can call at this particular office. I don't know if it would help, but I think I will reach out to this person and let them know that what came to my mind, and maybe they can kind of trace that, because these people were outside people. They didn't work in that office, that particular office where I used to have to go and certify and all of that. They didn't work there. These were outside people.
Hmm.
So I really think I'm on to something.
I agree.
450 million attempts. What is that? 2 attempts a second?
Right?
100 attempts a second? I mean, what is that? These people are serious. They're like, we got to get in the system. We got to get in the system. And they've already, let's see, 97,000 people have already had been compromised. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm still, it has to be some type of manpower. It can't be all electronic. I'm sorry. Because you have to change your password every, I think, 30 days. Yeah, because I used to hate that. I'm like, again? And of course, they were really, oh, it has to be a capital letter, and then and we have to have 2 numbers. Oh, you can't have this. You got to. I used to hate that. So who's doing all of that? That's a hellified program. That if you could do that, and I go back to the fact of knowing a person's history of where they work, and how did that slip through? All these people? How the hell you do that? And some of these people were working. How did that happen?
Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, it's proving ultimately that, and it's not just America, right? But since this is an American report, we're talking about, it's proving that America right now has no idea what the hell it's doing. And I mean, this is very serious because now you're messing people's money. But you know, when we're talking about passwords and privacy and whatever, do you know how many times I've been alerted since COVID started that I had to change every password? Like Google, literally, I think they said something like 90 of my passwords were compromised. I had to change those passwords. Wait, Google got compromised? They didn't announce it or nothing, right? But they got compromised, which means maybe the whole parent company got compromised. So it's like during COVID, when they know so many systems are down, so many people aren't working, things have been shifted, people are working from home from their laptops, they don't have access to the mainframes and this and that and whatever. You got a lot of people who have recognized that these people don't know what the hell they're doing. I'm gonna take advantage of the system.
Yeah.
That's what it is, really, at the end of the day. And it's scary because when you hear it, you think, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. It feels like it's coming from upstairs, downstairs. Like it's literally making both the walls and the floor vibrate. But someone's installing some type of flooring, I think. So when you hear banging or drilling, I apologize, y'all. It's not me. I try to give y'all a nice environment. These people just, I warned y'all at the beginning. I thought it was done. They're not done. They took a break. I don't know.
It's Saturday. Don't worry about it.
Golly. At least they started late. That's all I was thinking. I'm like, yo, if they started at 7 a.m. with this, man, I would be in the news. I wouldn't even be here to report the news. You'd be like, okay, classic Ruby killed in her building. So, you know, I try. But no, y'all, you need to realize that if one thing is compromised and it's something to this magnitude and the seriousness, just keep in mind that everything is getting compromised and no one is handling anything correctly. Keep an eye on everything. Keep an eye on your keep an eye on everything. If you can pull down sensitive private information off clouds and save them on USB keys for now, stuff like that, do that because they don't know what they're doing. That's it. They just don't know what they're doing. That is my feedback. Ruby has spoken.
Okay.
They don't know what they're doing. And I'm going to prove this to y'all. Listen, I have been telling y'all about this damn vaccine. Both me, Char, Mr. Ruby, and anyone with common sense will not touch the vaccine. Not because we're idiots who think that it's going to magnetize us, right? Because grasp of science, but rather because we recognize that they have not gotten it to any level of truly being safely tested for not just short-term, but also long-term effects. I've told y'all that this is what they do with all new medications. You guys, when they put it out to millions, you guys are actually the first real trial subjects. That's how it works with big pharma. Which would be fine if they weren't trying this whole new thing where they're literally changing your RNA, i.e. your DNA, and with zero testing, right? So the first thing I would like to do is I'm going to tell y'all this just a little bit about the vaccine's effects thus far, okay? And specifically about its efficacy, because they keep telling us about how, well, now everyone's double vaccinated. Go out there, don't wear masks, everything's fine. But aren't there like 4 variants? And does this protect against the variants? Well, it will probably keep you safer than if you didn't, have the vaccine, right? So you should get the vaccine. Okay, well, let's see if it's keeping people safer. No, it's not. So, as you can see, we'll go listen to the news article first and foremost, okay? But no, people who are double vaccinated are dying from COVID, right? They're just dying from one of the variants. So let's take a listen to this.
We are learning more about the death of a fully vaccinated person in their 80s at Foothills Hospital as part of the outbreak of the Delta variant there. The patient had been fully vaccinated with 2 doses of an mRNA vaccine, either Pfizer or Moderna, more than 14 days before being infected with COVID. But as Bill McFarland reports, experts say for the vast majority of people, 2 shots does give excellent protection.
Fully vaccinated, the person in their 80s was already in hospital. Now, one of 2 deaths linked to a pair of outbreaks of the Delta variant at Foothills Medical Center. While vaccines are meant to protect against severe outcomes, doctors warn not to read too much into a single event.
Effectiveness varies in whether you're talking about hospital admission and death versus symptomatic disease. So you're going to hear various numbers.
According to AHS, the person had received their 2nd dose of an mRNA vaccine, either Pfizer or Moderna, more than 14 days before infection, which is optimum protection.
And at 2 doses, I think you're probably looking at overall a 90%, 95% for the mRNA vaccines and, 85 to 90% for the AstraZeneca vaccine.
Published research of the Delta variant appears to show a wide range of effectiveness for vaccines, as low as just 30% for 1 dose in one Scottish study. More applicable research shows
70 to 80% protective after the 1st dose.
Good, but 2 shots is excellent. Nothing makes you invincible.
If you get a runny nose and a sore throat, that's not a big deal. If you get admitted to hospital, that is a big deal. So really what we're looking at is protection against hospitalization and death, and those numbers are still looking pretty good.
The Delta variant has potential to derail some recent progress, with one prominent researcher projecting a summer surge.
If it's doubling every 12 days, so this most optimistic scenario, we will have 1,000 on August 27th and 2,000 on September 8th.
The Foothills outbreaks have infected 21 patients and 9 staff, putting a strain on hospital workers and patients' families.
We are dealing with a lot of mental health issues. We are dealing with members that are already at the breaking point.
Bill is outside the Foothills Medical Center tonight. Bill, it's not really what any of us want to hear, but some in the medical community are saying that this Delta variant could derail reopening.
Yeah, of course not. That's not what any of us want to hear, but it does seem to attack people's systems more aggressively and spread more easily. And that's why you're hearing those projections that could happen as Delta becomes more prominent. But again, this is where that 2nd dose becomes so important. And it may not be enough to vaccinate our way out of this. But that doctor I spoke to today, you heard it from in the story, he says, don't think of yourself as bulletproof once you have those 2 doses. Think of yourself more as wearing a flak jacket. And that's particularly true with the Delta variant, Tara.
Interesting. Okay, Bill, thank you.
Listen, Hope y'all all gave it side eye when he said, well, that's why the second dose is so important. Why? We're literally what it said is no, the Delta variant is more deadly and more contagious. And even when you've been double vaccinated already and it's been outside of the span of the 14 days for it to take its effect, you will still get the Delta variant, and it's still killing people that it would kill. Now, that's point one. Point two, I don't know if y'all are booking this because a lot of people don't understand this. The vaccine does not protect you from getting COVID, even the regular variant. It does not prevent you from getting the regular variant of COVID. It doesn't. That is never its intention. That is how they've marketed it. That is how everyone is talking about it in the media. But he just told you, they just told you, the vaccine was never meant to prevent you from getting COVID. It was just there to prevent you from dying if you get COVID. So basically what it did, what they're saying, right? I don't know if y'all caught this. What they're saying is if you take the vaccine, and you will be 80% stronger after the first dose, 100% stronger after the second dose. And what it's saying is, hey, listen, it's going to increase your likelihood that when you get COVID, it'll just be a regular cold and flu for you. You won't be hospitalized and die. You'll just get a sniffly nose and this and that, but you will still have COVID and you will still this to others. So in essence, they haven't solved really the problem at all, because where is your proof that that's even true?
Right.
Like, where is the proof that that is even remotely true? There's no proof of that. So far, and then what's making that worse though is that as it's just demonstrated, it doesn't give you any increased protection from any of the other variants. So we weren't sure before, we know now, does not protect from the variants. And the only reason why the variants haven't started causing tens of thousands of deaths a day is because we're still on lockdown. So therefore, that the outbreak that just happened where only 21 people got it, a lot of them were inside the same hospital because it's spreading very quickly. So that's what's going to happen. If we do the reopening, the Delta variant and the other variants are just going to spread and have the exact same effect that regular COVID did. You know why? Because no one's going to be wearing their masks because they're safe. They've got a vaccine now. It's not going to kill them. No, maybe let's pretend it's protecting you. It's helping you fight the regular COVID. Fine. But all the variants, it's not going to help you at all. But you guys are wandering around with your masks and going to raves and whatever and thinking you're safe. You're not safe. You're not. I'm sorry. They did not come up with a real solution. What they came up with was something it's like a Band-Aid, right? Like, they haven't healed the cut. They just came up with a Band-Aid for now, which might decrease the problem slightly while they actually, and I think that's just buying them time to find a real solution. Because I'm hoping to God they know they don't have a real solution. Because it's like when someone gets falsely accused and arrested of a murder they didn't commit, right? Other than the fact that it's unfair to that person, guess what? A murderer is still wandering around in the world, right? So they stop looking because they think that they found a solution. So I hope they don't think they found a solution. I hope they're just fooling us into thinking it so we all stay calm. That's wow.
Wow. This is something else. This is really something else because they're telling you to take it and then we're going to do a little distancing socially. Come on back in office. Sit down here. But there's really just no guarantee. That's it. And it's crazy. And there's some other stuff I want to talk about with COVID, but I don't have all the articles and stuff, so I'm going to leave that to another day. But yeah, this should be an eye opener and give people something to think about. I will say that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, I'm going to bring up Mr. Fauci. Really has nothing to do with COVID, but you think of when you think of Fauci, you think of COVID. You just do. He's the one that's saying, hey, take this, take that, take this and that. Oh, it's safe. Don't worry about it. Well, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not quite sure. All right. Let me bring this up for you. Let's see. Did I do the share? Is it sharing?
Yes, ma'am, it's sharing.
Okay. All right. It says blank there. Let me see. I can do that. All right. Here we go.
There's actually a term in dating now called Fauciing someone. Do you know what that means?
No, what does it mean?
It means cutting off a relationship if you don't think that that other person is serious enough about social distancing and taking the pandemic seriously. Like, oh, I Fauci'd that guy.
I'm going to Fauci you.
Okay.
Right.
They came up with a whole term for the man. You don't take this thing serious? Oh, I'm gonna Fauci you. Better back up. Oh no, I can't see you. I gotta Fauci you. I'm sorry. You don't take this seriously. I'm gonna Fauci you.
Fair, Fauci. You just got Fauci. I mean,
how crazy is that?
Right. Yeah, I would rather that, right? Because I've had a term made up for me. Y'all know the Ruby headcanon. Thank you, A-hole corner. Right? And I feel like, if you just said Ruby, it would be a little more complimentary, right? It doesn't even matter in what context you're saying. Like, you've been Ruby, right? I'd be like, yeah, boy, you were Ruby, yeah. Right? It's like the headcanon.
You've been
right?
rubied.
You've been rubied, right? Like, yeah, you just got rubied. Huh. I like that. I like that.
That's cool. All right, so we got another donation. Shout out to Nyla. Thank you so much for supporting. And you have just made Sheets sing. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So for the next thing I'm going to show is the driver's license. Now I'm kind of wondering about this because, that story with the IDES, I don't know. Anything that's digital, I just got questions about it. It just makes me think a little harder. Should I do it? Should I not? But it's an option. Not going to make you do it, but it's going to be available. How many people are going to use it? Who's going to be affected by it? Who knows? I don't know. It's only one way to find out. Watch the news and see what happens. Digital driver's license coming to wallet on iPhone. Apple announced on Monday the company will soon add digital driver's license to the Apple Wallet. The new integration will allow you to scan your current license and store a digital version in the Wallet app. According to Apple, the Transportation Security Administration is working to support the new digital licenses. The iOS 15 feature is expected to be introduced later this year. Apple also announced on Monday FaceTime will soon be supported on Android and Windows 10 PC using a new shareable links that will open in your browser. The FaceTime update will also be part of iOS 15. I don't know. It's great that, that's available, but do I want to use it? I don't know. I don't know. I have to really think about it. We got police officers going through phones and carrying on. I don't know. It's convenient, but not everything that's convenient is good, That's the thing.
Yeah, on one side, this type of thing is helpful to people like me because I own wallets and they can me, but nothing is ever in the wallet, right? Because I always forget to put things back into the wallet, right? So then it's like I finally get where I'm going, and it's like, oh, I need your health card. Right. I didn't put it back in my wallet that time. I must have left it in my jacket pocket. So for people like me, it would be really good to have, your digital driver's license, digital health card, digital whatever, and have that to be able to show that, because I don't tend to forget my phone, but, to absentmindedly put a card, throw it back in my purse or throw it in my pocket and forget, I do that. So I see the benefit and the convenience for me personally. But we were just talking about how they're having a major issue with security breaches in like every domain. So do I really want to upload that type of information onto the internet, given the fact that the internet is seeming to have a very serious issue with keeping hackers out of stealing my private data? Not really, right? So it's like there's the balance there. It's which one do you care more about?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm with you on that. Now, we've heard that iOS is the shizness. They are just the best when it comes down to security. However, now they're having something where they're going to share with Android and Windows 10. So are we going to be okay with that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's up to the person. You have to figure out what's worth it to you. But I get agitated if I have to correct something I didn't do. That really irritates me. That really irritates me. And I don't, if it's something normal, like someone drops something and I got to clean it up, okay. But if you angry at me and start throwing stuff against the wall and I got to clean that up, now we got a problem.
Right.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
I feel you on that one. I absolutely do.
Yeah.
Now, first, before I go to my next article, I do want to say happy birthday to Neek. She needs to get a song because, I always give our people songs. A happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to you. May you dare be here. May you feel Jesus near. A happy birthday to you. A happy birthday to you. The best that you ever had. The best that you ever had. Happy birthday!
Woohoo!
Of course. And of course, you guys say shout out to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day. Our community and our families really need fathers. We should appreciate them, I think, a little bit more. I've always thought it was unfair that they just get like ties and socks. Like that's what kind of gift
Yeah.
Right?
They need back rubs, massages, nice oil rub, the toes cracked. You got to do all of that. The stuff you used to do before you became a dad, when you were just dating, you got to do all them things. Walk his back for him. Well, it depends on your weight. You got to do all those things that you used to do for him.
Right. So I'm at least buying him something cool. You know what I mean? Like ties and socks. What kind of unappreciative gift? And like that's what people would tell you to take you shopping for daddy, right? It's like, oh, what do you get? Oh, daddy just wants a nice tie. No, he doesn't. No one just wants a nice tie. Nobody. I don't care. No.
Right.
Right. And of course, right. One more thing before I move forward. I see Mama Ruby in the chat. So what's up, Mama Rubes?
Hello, Mama Ruby. How are you? Always good to see you.
Right. And of course, Mama Ruby's stand-in. She's like basically like Mama Ruby's stunt double, right? So if you don't want to do something, she just sends her BFF. So what's up, Will? See you too. Okay, so
all right. Welcome.
Right? Okay. So now we're gonna talk a little bit about the Capitol. That's right. Capitol riot thing, because I find it incredible that pre-January 6th, right? Every conservative platform is talking about we got to stand up, we got to do something, right? Right moments before the riot actually happened, you got Trump basically inciting the riot, right? And it didn't go well. Bad things happen. And then they're like, it wasn't no riot. I don't know what you're talking about. We were just there peacefully protesting. We didn't do nothing, right? And then it's like, oh, well, what about all this violence that is clearly, oh, that's Antifa. That wasn't us, right? And then you've got them again now downplaying. They keep switching their story, right? And just saying, no, just listen, it wasn't a riot. You guys are just like over exaggerating. We have a right to, we were just gathering on the steps and they welcomed us in with open arms and we stayed behind the barriers and whatever. So we got another update as far as exactly what did they do when they got into the building. And then we got that they treat the blue lives that they claim matter when the blue lives aren't supporting their BS. So first, let's watch this footage, y'all. Oh yeah, Scott Fairlamb. Fairlamb.
Your back, sir. I have your back. I have your back. You protect me, I'll protect you. I have your back. I have your back. I've always supported you. You're not fine. Are you an American? Act like you don't like you. You guys have no idea what the now once again, you're America, God. Yeah. Don't touch me, don't.
They work for us.
Yeah, they work for you. That's what you see. That's what the mind really thinks. Like the cops are here to serve them. They should be here. And we've heard of many cops that have been arrested and charged in relation to the riots, right? But that's what they think. Like the police are not there for everybody. The police are there for them. How dare you do anything to me at all, right? They don't care what they do to other groups. But like to them, how dare you? How dare you tell me I'm wrong? How dare you try to police me?
Right.
The nerve of these ignorant people. It's incredible. So let's listen to now what DC Officer Fanone has to say, because he's not happy with the downplaying of the violence that happened at the riot since he was a victim of it. So let's listen to his experience.
DC Metropolitan Police Officer Michael Fanone, who defended the Capitol on January 6th. Mike, thank you for coming on. Thanks for sticking with us here. We were just talking in the break about whether we have the country we once thought we had, and you're worried about that. Explain that to me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that. So I've had a lot of conversations post January 6th, and really where I've come to is that, we ultimately, Americans are responsible for our country going forward. In a lot of cases, we can't look to our elected leaders anymore. We need to make a conscious decision as to, what type of country do we want to live in? And do we want to send people to Washington who espouse, hateful, vitriol rhetoric and fear-mongering, or do we want people that lead with or are guided by principles like honor, integrity, compassion, and empathy? I'd prefer the latter, and I know that in the future I'll use my vote to send people like that to Washington. But it really starts with us as individuals. One of the things that I've tried to do post January 6th is, every interaction that I have with anyone that I encounter is to be compassionate and to have empathy. I had a really interesting conversation with a reporter, Peter Herman from the Washington Post the other day, and he was talking to me about, do I have concerns about
Well, I guess that's that. They do not like it. Yeah, they don't like us playing that, I see. Well, can you kind of just update us what the rest was saying?
Okay.
They don't like the truth.
Yeah, okay. I would just tell you, listen, basically what he said is, yeah, at all, clearly. Okay. So listen, basically, y'all hear the way he was going. He has no hard feelings, right? He understands he had a job to do. They had a point. Does he agree with what they did necessarily? No, right? But he hasn't been walking around spreading hate and whatnot, okay? And so now, I don't know if y'all know this or not, right? But now some of these cops have, been trying to speak to specifically Republican congressmen and women, trying to get them to pull back that message that nothing bad happened. And a Republican congressman, and he's had several bad interactions recently, a Republican congressman refused to shake hands with him. Now, keep in mind that Representative Andrew Clyde, right? This is the person who refused to shake hands with him, was in Capitol at the time, was cowering for fear of his own life, because remember that they were listening to the people in the Capitol say, like we're just targeting everybody. They didn't care that you were Republican or Democrat or whatever. They were just, it was almost like a video game. They were just willing to take down any congressman, and they were targeting them, right? And so you have this officer who literally protected Andrew Clyde, literally protected him. Now later, right? Later, this is just recently, right? He introduced himself as someone who fought to defend the Capitol, and then put his hand out to shake his hand, and then refused to shake his hand. In fact, he pulled out his phone, started taking some video stuff, and then walked away from him. No respect, no even like a thank you for saving my life. Nothing.
Wow.
No, yeah. So that's how, blue lives don't matter at all. They don't care, right? Blue lives matter. If we wanted proof that blue lives matter is just a chant that they're using to be racist and to dismiss black lives, this is it. Because they're saying blue lives matter in defense of cops who kill black people, right? But they don't care that blue lives matter, right? Like they don't care that these cops were beaten. So some of them lost their lives. Some of them are permanently injured forever. Like there was some serious damage that happened, some serious trauma, sometimes even some serious direct targeting that the cops went through. They don't care, right? Blue lives don't matter now, interestingly enough. And so they don't want any investigation. And I'm talking about the Republicans into the riots. And cops like Fanone want an investigation into the riot. And you see how much power is being put behind trying to silence Fanone and trying to silence the idea of there really being a complete investigation. Look, they wouldn't let us even play the video. When has that ever happened before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you might get a couple of articles and stuff, but yeah, they pulled a whole lot of stuff off the internet. They just do not. It didn't happen, according to them. It didn't happen. When I mean take it away, they want it to go away. Literally,
didn't happen at all. I mean, when Clyde snubbed Fanone, for the record, he was actually walking next to the mother of a Capitol police officer who died immediately after the riot. Injuries from the riot, right? Now, amazingly, though, that never happened, apparently. Even though it's on video.
Right. Yeah,
never happened.
Right, of course.
Never happened.
Wow. Okay. I think what I'll do next is between the two things. Let's see. I'll go ahead and play, since we mentioned Fauci and the dating the Fauci, I will play the video of this wonderful breakup, and I'll tell you the difference the little bit of difference that I would have made in this video.
Okay.
All right.
Baby, I have a surprise for you.
Wait, this is flowers.
Okay, so hold my phone. So
Okay.
let's start.
Okay, I'm excited. You're gonna take the clothes off, or I need to take them off for you?
No.
You're gonna take. Oh, and you want me to record this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited to take off these clothes. Okay. Okay, so underneath is a surprise. Is it something that I've never seen before?
Maybe I can tell you. You have to wait. So
I'm going to show you now. Okay, I like where this is going. Okay. And I'm about to rock your world. Ooh, what's it gonna be?
you have to wait. You're so impatient, baby.
I know, you know that. You have wanted this for so long.
So long.
I've wanted a lot of things for so long.
I know, but think harder.
But I know you are shy to tell me. Oh, that's confusing. What am I shy to tell you?
But I'm gonna help you.
So I'm gonna make it easy for you. Okay. I like easy. I don't like it when it's difficult.
No, baby, you're gonna know very soon.
You don't have to do anything. Oh, that's even better. I like where this is going. You can just lie there. Oh, well, I am lying here right now.
You see?
And I'll do all the work. That's good for me.
I know you like it.
Okay. We've been together for 5 years. I know it's been like an amazing 5 years. 5 years.
5 massive years.
It's been such a nice time, honestly.
I know. Ooh.
I moved across the country to be with you. I know. I still remember the day.
I'm glad you do.
I paid off your loans. Yeah, I'm a real lucky guy. I'm a real lucky guy.
Never find a girl like me.
Yeah, I know.
Never.
I have loved you unconditionally. I love you too. I've done so many things for you, and I cannot ever repay you for the things you have done to me. Honestly, nothing tops what I'm gonna do next. What's it gonna be? Like, I'm so excited. Yes, it's been so long.
I'm glad you won. So
this gift will change your life. Okay, I'm ready.
Are you sure?
Yep, I'm fully ready.
I'm so excited.
And mine too. It's going to change both of our lives.
Yes, babe.
Oh, what's it gonna be then? What's it gonna be then?
You have to wait.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm
ready. I'm ready.
How ready are you?
I'm fully ready. Let's go. What are you gonna do? You want me to record this? Are you sure you want me to record this?
Yes.
What's going on? Getting excited now.
So are you ready?
I'm ready. I know you're cheating.
Well done, babe. Well done.
No.
So much for 5 years.
No. No, we can talk about it. Babe, no!
Well.
I knew it. I don't want to ruin it. I knew it. I knew that's what it was. I don't know why. I knew that's what it was.
Now, the only thing for me, he would not have been holding my phone because when I leave, I want to just go. I want to go. Now, I guess she knew him enough to know he wanted to say, oh, stop, let's talk about it. And then she like, give my phone. Well, I didn't mean to, you know. Yeah, but you did. Now, it's been 5 years, so maybe she was a 5-year fiance. I don't know. Paid off his loans. That's a lot of help. She
Yeah.
stood by a man, helped him out. Yeah, and I listened to how he said it'd been so long, so she wasn't active with him that well, it's been a while. 'Cause he seemed to be a little bit excited. He said, "Yeah, it's been a long time." But it wasn't so long as if he didn't want to play along with this here, because he would have probably like, girl, can we do this later? Come here, girl. But he got stuff going on already. So I guess she said, no, I'm out of here. I'm out here. So that I would have did differently. He wouldn't have had my phone, because I want to just go straight out the door, get into my cab, Uber, or whatever I'm gonna do, and just drive on off to the sunset, or ride on off to the sunset.
I mean, she could have grabbed the phone, right? At the last reveal. Okay, ready? Hold on, babe. And then she takes off her shirt and films films her belly, and then turns it to watch his face now as she walks out the door. You know what I mean? Because he didn't know what's gonna happen exactly, right?
Right.
Hot and bothered because she's getting more and more naked, which is why she did it, right? To get him
right.
Like, ooh, this is gonna be something sexy.
Toss the hair around. She know what to do.
Not 1 ounce of I think maybe that's why I knew she didn't look excited enough for it to be pregnancy, but she was just really nice, and she just kept talking about how much she's done for him. Right. And I'm like, I don't know. You don't talk about how much you've done and list out all the things you've ever done for someone. And now I'm giving you a baby. Nah, that wasn't going to be it. It was going to be something like, you unappreciative jerk. I just knew that was coming. I knew it. It took a really long time, though. I mean, I feel like she could have lost some of the initial shirts. It was a lot.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot. All right. Well, I don't know about you, Shar. I think I'm ready for Karen's segment.
You ready for Karen? Well, let me go on and do this one last article then.
Okay.
And about the landlords. The squatter, they had to get the squatter out the house, and they were able to do it legally. And I was really happy about this story. So let me share this with you.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, I understand this, the rent moratorium is about to end. And when I saw that, people are squatting, and that has been an issue for a lot of people, I was excited to see that the owner was able to do this legally and get the person out of her house. So here we go.
I know a reporter in Detroit. She's a real cracker. I'm Andrea Isom on the edge. She recently did a story about a woman who bought a house in Detroit and wanted to sell it, but a squatter had taken over the house and refused to leave. The police were called, but Lynn, the squatter, claimed the homeowner tried to run her over. The homeowner went to jail, and Lynn moved her stuff back in the house. Now you're caught up. End of story? Hell no, I say. Possession is 9/10 of the law, after all. So I met with the homeowner in a nearby vacant lot. Somebody moved in her house, and this is her lawyer, and they want him out. May I have your permission to enter your domicile?
You have my permission.
May I have the keys? So maybe you're a squatter trying to outmaneuver a squatter.
My attorney has the papers that says it's my house.
Well, I brought my bathrobe. I think I'm going to go move in. Come with me. But before I went to move in, I called the cops. After all, I don't carry a weapon, and Lynn, who is known to the Michigan penal system as Arthur, is on probation for felonious assault with a deadly weapon.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
I'm coming to move in.
You are?
Yeah, I got the keys. What's for dinner?
I'm not cooking dinner. I'm gonna go pick up my child.
Oh, can I get in?
No, sir.
But I have the deed here.
You do?
Yeah, here's the deed. Here's the check.
All right.
Here's the deed, and I got permission from the landlord.
Okay. Tell the landlord.
I can legally go in there.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I can legally.
Yeah,
go.
you can legally come in.
So let me in my house.
I'll let you in your house. This is Lynn Williams' house.
Oh, it's
Lynn Williams.
It doesn't say Lynn.
Well, of course not, because she took all my paperwork, and everybody else know it.
If I left my house, say for a month
and a half,
you think you would be entitled to move in there?
Well,
take my stuff.
Well, it's a lot of. I'm not the only one that is squatting. It's a lot of other people on the block. If you want to be technical, you know, and a lot of people encouraged me to do what I'm doing now.
But she wants her place back.
Yeah, but I have put a lot of work in here, and I spent a lot of money. I am on a fixed income.
Is that power hooked up legit there?
My power is.
That's not legit.
It's not legit.
No, you stealing the power.
I am blessed.
What do you do for a living?
I receive Social Security. I don't have.
What
no
happened?
secrets.
Disability?
Yes.
What's your ailment?
I'm not gonna say.
No, that's her right.
That is.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The only thing that I have now is a letter stating that I moved here.
Can I see the letter?
Yeah.
Well, that's from the Postal Service.
Yeah,
that
I
doesn't
said I
count.
changed.
Well, what's your legal name, Lynn or Arthur? Which one
This
is
is my name,
All right.
Lynn.
Lynn
Williams.
Lynn Arthur Williams.
That's my government name.
That's
yes.
the government
That's
name.
my
So,
government
but that's
name.
not on
Junior,
that.
as well as Junior. Because I'm a woman, and I'm not
Respect.
trying to. Thank you, because you're
Total
trying to call me out here.
I don't think you're going to get away with this.
I mean, I probably not.
Yeah.
Only thing that I have stayed here until
Oh.
I'm going to jail for squatting.
This is a turn of events.
Call my boyfriend next door.
Are you going to bail her out?
This can technically a violation of probation, so.
Oh, so she could be violating probation, means she go to jail for a while.
2 years.
2 years, which solves the homeless problem. Look at my new house. It's going to be great. As soon as the police get out. Well, George, it's going to fit me real nice, bro. Appreciate the hookup. Remember, there's rules. You got to get permission to live in somebody else's house. You're having troubles? Atlanta, Chicago, Los Angeles? Call us, because we have a saying in Detroit. Fox 2, working for you. Hey, can you keep it down out of here? I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Well, I'm glad that there's someone out there that was able to help her. And they made it silly. It was a news thing, but still, they were able to get the squatter out. The poor woman owned the house. They end up taking her to jail when she tried it the first time. Poor lady. That took time out of her life. She can't get back. And I'm glad she got her attorney. I'm like, how are we going to do this? This is my house. I own this. They in there. Get them out.
Right.
And Channel 2 helped out, said, oh, you know, we covered your story before. You know, let's make a little fun. Come on. Let's do this. Let's evict them together. And it worked out well. And the tenant, I mean, well, that's the squatter. She was a hot mess. She's taking power from another house, talking about she's blessed. I'm like, what? Blessed? You're a thief. Leave the people stuff alone.
She is blessed. She ain't been arrested for it. That's a very big blessing right there.
Well, yeah, I guess if you count that, yeah, you do have to count that. My bad. I'm sorry.
Perspective is everything.
That was a hot mess.
right? Girl, that
was a hot mess.
That could have totally been in the Ken and Karen segment. Let's be real. Right? Like that's 1,000%. 1,000%. This is a good intro.
All right, so I'm excited. It's the Ken and Karen segment. Love this part. Look forward to it. Always.
6 feet away, coronavirus. You are Karen.
That doesn't get less money. That was good. Right? It just doesn't get less money. It's amazing.
All right. Go
Oh,
ahead.
man.
Help yourself.
It's so hard to limit down the Karens. I think I have like 4 this week. But
okay.
Yeah, I won't do all 4. Well, maybe we'll do 2. But we'll see how much time we got. So the first one, gotta do this one, because I mean, racist Karen is why we invented Karen to begin with, right? I mean, obviously that whole I'm entitled and privileged to do what I want, that's problematic. But you know, we care because it's directly impacting us, because when they're using the racist biases against us, it's not just when they yell and scream and do crazy stuff, although that's what I'm going to show you today, but you know, the other actions they take, like calling the police on us. But remember, y'all, there is the Karen Act now. There is the Karen Act. See, and everything I've said ties into like the different Karens that I have. Oh, it's going to be so hard picking the second one. Okay, today we're going to show y'all how one lady dealt with this one Karen with so much grace. Like, she's like, I don't know, she's my hero. I want to be her when I grow up, because I don't have that much calm. Y'all know I don't out on people often, but I don't have this kind of calm. But this store manager is epic. Let's just take a look at our first Karen.
All right.
Come on, there you go. All right. What happened? Uh-oh. Okay. Open another window. There we go. All right.
What you are. Please leave. Oh, I'm leaving. Please leave. I mean, you're gonna be leaving soon too. I promise you that. You fucking no good bitch. Okay.
Oh.
I want to call racism. Bitch, you're more racist than what white person ever is. Okay. Fuck you, you fucking black bitch. Okay, that doesn't bother me. Fuck you. Okay, have a good day.
Oh boy.
Get out.
As some TikTokers say, the privilege card is declined. Internet users identifying the woman cursing in them.
Y'all need to hear the again, because this woman is something, okay? And she felt no ways. Like, she, first of all, she had the nerve to call this manager racist. I don't know what the manager along the lines of you have to wear a mask inside of a store, because I'm sure that's all that was said to her for her to go off on that tangent. But it was like, just calling her names wasn't enough, right? She had to go, and I bet you're going to call me racist? Well, I'm not racist. You're more racist than me. And then, you know, she's a black bitch, right? But that wasn't enough, okay? Listen again to what she says. Remember, she was out of the store already. But the more calm that our manager is, this black woman who's supposed to be an angry black woman, right? But she's staying very calm. Okay, ma'am, that doesn't bother me. Okay, well, you have a nice day now, right? And for the record, the person recording is actually the manager's sister, who just happens to be in the store at the time. So, yeah, so this is amazing how these two women, that's what I said, I want to be them when I grow up, because I don't know how they stayed so calm. But listen to what Karen says now, okay? You guys are listening. She came back into the store after she was already gone to say the last thing. Okay, let's listen. What is going on with my computer today?
Ugly motherfucking bitch is what you are. Please leave. Oh, I'm leaving. Please leave. I mean, you're gonna be leaving soon too. I promise you that. You fucking no good bitch. Okay, that's fine. You guys want to call racism? Bitch, you're more racist than what white person ever is. Okay. Fuck you, you fucking black bitch. Okay, that doesn't bother me. Fuck you. Okay, have a good day. Don't dance around on your porch like a fucking monkey. Get out.
Monkey, y'all hear that?
TikTokers say,
yeah,
the
that's
privilege
right.
card.
Monkey.
Wow.
What? That's what she came back to say. Why? Like she wasn't racist enough. Just saying black wasn't enough.
Right.
Go further. You had to know how displeased she is with you. She is Karen. And she should be allowed to do what she wants when she wants, wherever she wants. And what?
Dang.
This is epic. Just epic.
Boy, these Karens are too much. Entitled.
Right?
Boy. And they're still talking. Just go home, lady. Get out the store. Go home.
You know what the rules are. It's not like they're new now. The pandemic started 1.5 years ago. You are still this outraged and shocked every time someone tells you you have to wear a mask? Really? Okay.
I think so. At least they make it up that way. All right. Now she's a Karen. However, she's not interacting with a black person, but she's interacting with her ex-husband and his new woman. So that's some interacting. But this is still Karen behavior. So let me read this for you. Orlando lawyer and mother left her kids at home to run an SUV into their father's house. Yeah. Yeah. Disbarment has been recommended for an Orlando lawyer who rammed her Land Rover into her ex-husband's house. Told his girlfriend, "I will kill you, biatch," and spat on police officers. That's Karen behavior. So,
yep.
So there you go. Court document says 40-year-old Francie. I don't know how you say her name. We're gonna call her Francine. Francine Bogomil later texted her ex-husband, "She is about to get ugly." All this violated several laws, court orders, as well as the standards for behavior by a member of the Florida bar, sorry about that, of which Bogomil has been a member since 2006. As for the criminal matters, Bogomil pleaded no contest and was found guilty of one account of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, one count of assault on a law enforcement officer, one count of domestic violence battery, 2 counts of violating a domestic violence restraining order, and 2 counts of criminal mischief. She is doing 51 weeks in the Orange County Jail, which will be followed by a year of community control and 2 years of modified probation. The state Supreme Court suspended Bogomil and ordered a referee to make a discipline recommendation. The referee, the 19th Judicial Circuit Judge Darrell J. Eisenhower, posted his report last week in which he recommended immediate disbarment. Bogomil didn't get hit with the child neglect charges, though she left her 5 and 11-year-old at home in the middle of the night while she went to do the automobile assault on her ex-husband's home.
Wow.
Perhaps the proximity prevented the prosecution. Her ex-husband and his girlfriend only lived a half a mile from Francine's Bogomil's home. They already had a restraining order against Francine Bogomil as the clock turned to the wee hours on April 30th, 2020, around 3:30 a.m., Francine Bogomil smashed her Land Rover into the back of a rented white GMC Yukon in her ex-husband's driveway. That sent the GMC SUV into the garage door, bending it forward 2 to 3 feet. Bogomil's ex-husband came out of the house to see his ex-wife hurling objects at his girlfriend's BMW. Oh, not a BMW. Oh, Lord.
Wow.
Shattering the windows. He told Orange County Sheriff deputies after calling 911 he went outside to get between his girlfriend and former wife. He admitted responding to Bogomil's two slap to his face with a slap to her face. I think I know what that looks like.
Turner.
Yeah, it probably looked like that.
Yeah,
Probably looked like
about that, yeah.
that. Just before police arrived, the girlfriend said Francine Bogomil yelled at her, "I will kill you, you bitch!" Her interaction with the arriving Orange County deputies seems no less belligerent. After a deputy told her to stop shouting at him while he was talking to her ex-husband, Bogomil said, "No, fuck you!" and spat at him, according to the report. Now, I just want to know, why 3:30 in the morning? That's when you really get some good sleep. I mean, the sleep be good around that time. This woman got up out of her bed. Just look at her. Look at her. What is the... He's an ex. He gone. He gone bye-bye. He moved on. Maybe if you were nice, maybe you could have met someone else. Maybe not in the same amount of time. Because you're busy, you're an attorney, you helping people supposedly. You got 2 small children. But this attitude, lady, come on. That's Karen behavior. You can't do that. You probably will be disbarred since they're trying to they recommended disbarment. More than likely, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get it.
Lawyers can't have, it's like there are certain professions where you can't have a criminal record. You can't. She can't be a lawyer and a criminal simultaneously. Like, she would have to, maybe, and I don't know how long it would take her to wait it out and then be able to get it expunged from her record and blah, blah, blah. I mean, they might give her, because I've seen this a lot with certain demographics and certain people, not our people, but other people, where they get like alternative measures types things, right? So if you do this amount of community service and this and that, blah, 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 right, then you won't get the criminal charge. And then not having the criminal charge, you might get sanctioned by the board, and you might even get suspended, but you won't get entirely disbarred. So, I mean, I'm gonna bet that not pay for Karen, because Karen is entitled for a reason. Right? Karen thinks she can do whatever she wants, whenever she wants, without consequence, for a reason. Because society has mostly told her that that's the case. Up until the point in time where she finally hit the wall, right? She has always been able to just get away with whatever. Like, you think this is the first time she's done some crazy stuff to an ex? Come on. You don't start here, right? You start with like maybe bleaching clothes or something, right? You don't start
right. Simple things.
Right. The little stuff. Oh, Karen. Poor Karen.
All right. Go ahead and do one more.
All right. Okay. So now, y'all, I'll ask you, do we want a review of Karen and driving? Or do we want a review of fragile Karen when she's shamed for being racist?
Well, look like we got some votes going on here. I don't think we ever voted. Let's see. What would you like? A 2 for the, you said fragile Karen?
Yeah. So you got fragile racist Karen. She breaks down when she's shamed for being racist. And then we've got the other Karen, and we get to see what Karen does with a car and people in a parking lot when she doesn't get her way.
Well, I'm going to vote on the fragile Karen. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what the audience says. And while we're doing that, I will play a commercial. So you guys vote. You want fragile Karen or the car Karen? Which Karen you want? Which one you want? So we'll play a quick commercial and we'll be back. Let's see, where's the commercial? Because I want you all to keep the beat. Hi, this is Char Willie from the JustAskChar Advice Channel. Join me and Classic Ruby for a radio segment called Keep the Beat. We broadcast every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Classic R&B Jams, CRBJ. We interact with the audience in the chat room where you'll have access to emojis, gifts, and the lively conversation. Press the icon that is a speaker, then press play radio. After a 15-second commercial, all the fun will begin. If you miss the live broadcast, you can listen to the replays from Mixcloud. Follow my channel on Mixcloud, JustAskChar Advice Channel, and you will receive notifications when the show has been uploaded. We hope to see you soon, and until then, enjoy this show. All right. So Fragile Karen wins, and you guys tune in on Wednesday nights. We have a lot of fun. We have the gifts going on in the chat room, a lot of twerking. You have a great old time. Come tune in.
I'm telling y'all, gift twerking, it's a really underrated joy, right? Until you do it. You're like, this is fun. I like to gift twerk. Okay. All right, y'all. So yeah, Fragile Karen won. Okay. Now I'm liking this new trend that we're having, where instead of letting things, just shrugging it off and letting it pass and continuing to enforce in Karen's mind that she's all powerful, she can do whatever she wants without consequence, we are now holding Karens accountable just for their own behavior and for their own words. What I think is amazing about this story, and I'll tell you before I play it, is it's not a case where Karen is upset because she's about to go to prison, right? She just doesn't want to be accountable for the racist things that come out of her mouth. So she thinks she should be entitled to call people the N-word or whatever, right? And then just drive away and go along her merry little way, having ruined your day. Like, no. As soon as she's held accountable, let's see what happens. All right. For the record, what she said, the N-word, the initial thing she said, was before the video started. So she called this woman the N-word, right? I just thought she could just drive away. And this woman said, no, I got time today, cuz. I got time. And followed her. So followed her, filming her. So let's see how this turns out.
All right.
Nigger, come on, let's file a hate crime. Here's the idiot who thought it was okay to call me a nigger. Her license plate. We're gonna drive to the police station. Let's see what we're gonna see cops today. I'm sorry. No. Don't tell me you're sorry.
I'm sorry for the looting. I'm sorry for everything. What do you want from me?
Why would you call me a nigger? Yeah, because you want driving.
I'm so fed up with all this shit.
This is her. She lives in South Holland. This is the lady. And we got cameras today.
Please, I can't take this. I'm trying to move out. I'm trying to move out.
No, she called me a nigger and then she drove here to cry. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. Okay. That's what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with.
I witnessed the lootings. I can't take anymore. I'm trying to.
Oh, it's okay to call somebody a nigger because you're tired of looting?
Yes, I'm tired of this.
Did you hear this?
You guys call
Yes.
each other that all the time.
Shut the fuck up! Call the police. Tell them what you're gonna tell them. You're on camera. You're the white lady who called somebody a nigger. Fucking 2020, you're pathetic.
Take this anymore.
Please call her an officer. Please call her an officer. Call her an officer. And what do I do about her calling me a nigger? Is there any crime for that? Okay. I'll file charges for that big crime too. Because you want to call people niggers today. I got time, lady. I'm tired too. Black people been tired for 400 years, lady. What the fuck?
I lived here. I don't want to get along.
You want to call so we can file the crimes that we want to file. Because y'all got time today. I have time, lady.
can't take this anymore. Don't you understand? Yes, it's okay for me to say very racist things and call you racist things when I'm tired of something. That's what she said. Yes. So it's okay for you to call me.
Oh.
What?
Oh, she's so stressed.
She's so delicate. I just wanted us all to get along. Lady, the fact that the N-word and other racist thoughts sit inside of your head so close to the forefront that the second that you just are having a bad day and you cross a Black woman, you could call her the N-word, tells us that you don't want everyone to just get along. Because the people who want everyone to just get along don't have racist thoughts swimming at the forefront of their mind. Like, no, you want people to get along like it's still 1856, right? Like, I don't understand. This was really, like, if you let her talk long enough, right, without attacking her, she'll tell you. She just doesn't understand why Black people can't just be happy being slaves in her backyard, right? Like, she needs some free service to mow her lawn and whatever. Why can't they just sit there and just know their place and bow to us? I don't get it. How dare they be upset when they get mowed down by cops for no reason while they're innocent? How dare they? Now, I'm not co-signing looting. I'm not. But I'm just saying, you can't understand that connection, that, like, she's literally part of the problem. If you didn't exist, then there would be no problem. If people like you didn't exist and then raise your children to grow up, become cops who are racist and look at a Black person who is 14 and say, oh, that must be a 30-year-old violent criminal. Let's just kill him first and think about it later. If you didn't raise your children and your nieces and nephews and your grandchildren to think like you, then we wouldn't have this problem. And right now there'd be no looting. You don't see where you have some accountability in this, Karen? None?
She didn't see it. She said she was just tired. It just came out, just flowed out her lips.
Tanique's question. So when the lady, right, the Black woman asked if it's a hate crime and could she file charges, the receptionist cop said yes. And that's why she went over there to actually file charges. So I don't know what the follow-up is to this video. So I don't know if she actually went through and filed the charges and the woman got arrested or not. Maybe we'll get an update, but we don't know. But the cops did say, yes, no, this is a hate crime. So you can absolutely file charges on her. So she might have. That would suck. Can you imagine? You wanted to go to the police station, right? To run away from the Black person following you, thinking she wouldn't have followed you to the police station. Then you got to the police station. She goes, I want to move. What the hell does that have to do with the cops? You want to move? Wait, what? Right? But you're going there to cry and have your little fake, privileged tears breakdown about how hard your life is and how there shouldn't be a problem with you calling people racist things, and then you get to end your day sitting in a jail cell. I think that would be epic. Like, that would be the greatest Karen ending ever.
Right. You got to see that ending. You got to do more than just want it. You got to see it. Wow.
Okay. Gotta love a good Karen. Yeah.
All right. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Article Reaction. We always have a great time. Hope you all did too. And as I said, check us out on Wednesday on Keep the Beat over on the radio station. All the links are under every video that I post, so you can always find it. You can create an account if you like. If not, you can just click on and go in without being assigned a name. That's fine too. And come check us out. We have a great time. And thank you for everyone that contributed to the channel. I appreciate it. Definitely made our goal. And I'm very happy. The 19th, and normally it'd take all the way to 20 something, but made it this time. So thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. Those that are fathers, happy Father Day to you. Those that have the love of a father into children's lives, your fathers to me. So happy Father's Day to you. And And as always, you guys stay safe. And until we meet again next week, peace.
Cheers, y'all.